Hey everyone, hope you find yourselves well. I just want to do a quick video of what sold this week. It's not as much as I would have liked. I'm still figuring out prices and whatnot. But since the 19th, I netted 297. A lot of it was small sales, and then a couple high-priced items in the last couple of weeks helped me out. Some cufflinks from just the period before. Went for like a 120. They were marked down from 300, 200, something like that, which is fine. They were just sitting in a box forever. Um, so yeah, a lot of low price deals went out. I ended up. I'm gonna kick off my face for a second and figure out how to show this partial. Boom. All right, cool. And it's scaled fine. It shows it there. Oh, neat. All right, yeah. So I ended up selling this guy. Uh, One second. I'm so bad at this. I thought I had it down. I tried to hide everyone's names and all that stuff, but invariably something happens that I mess up, and I got to remember to hit the transition button. Boom. There we go. So this is something I got in the last couple months. Uh, Probably $2. I think I got it from the African Alliance I like to go to. Probably no more than $2. I remember photographing all these when I was outside for a day or two. Ended up getting an offer after the deal. I didn't want to go lower than four because I still make like $1.50 on the shipping. Um, Maybe sometimes $2. So it's not a big deal. So there you go. It sold for four with $5.95 shipping. It's just a large gray cutter and buck. Um, the guy was nice, a little in a rush because he texted me at like 3 a.m. my time, but I had no problem sending that out. This one went to a guy that plays violins according to his account. I'm guessing he's a concert violinist and just wanted a nice, simple French cuff that'll do the trick. This one, I'm not proud of the photos, unfortunately. Just because at the time I was using one light assisted by sunlight, if I remember correctly. You can kind of see the corona of the single light right there. Also, thank you to Matt for getting me some lights. He gave me some lights today, way bigger than I thought I'd need, and it's going to be amazing. I really appreciate him. He's helped me out a ton with his friendship and just general being a good guy eness. He's given me some lights, some tape, some gear, some boxes. It's incredible. Very, very, very helpful. I really appreciate it because I've been in a rut. Anyway, this shirt, I'm actually really happy with how it turned out because this is one of the shirts I pulled before listing and just started testing my cleaning. Sodium, precarbonate. What is that? Baking soda. Uh, got very bad yellowing out of this shirt. In my mind, it was a cotton blend. It may be, yeah, it was a full cotton shirt, but usually that oil over time it just gets worse and worse if you don't clean the shirt. And I just let it sit for 2 days, 3 days, and I didn't really care. I peeled by hand a lot of the collar peeling that was just on the shirt, but everything else was in good condition. So hopefully the guy gets a lot of good violin and out of this French cuff shirt. This one sold for $9.98 plus shipping, and that was half off. I don't think he applied the discount. He might have accepted an offer. I've been sending offers out to people with a pre-applied discount, and in some cases, if the number's just nicer, just a little less than that, and more often than not, they'll take it. Let's see. Next one is this raw. Oh, didn't want to go up. Sorry about that. T-shirt, Raw Smoking Company. They do the just the pre-rolls. They don't sell any cannabis, but they sell a lot of merchandise and products. This is one of those shirts that I got when I was working for the dispensaries. So I had a pack of these shirts. I gave a bunch out. Pre-rolls, grinders. It was back when I was active in it, and I don't really like the paraphernalia and stuff. I usually just give that stuff out. I think I probably wore this shirt a couple times when I needed to catch up on laundry. This was my remember laundry's due shirt, or well overdue shirt. But this one sold for $14.50. I'm gonna try to It's a little off scale from what I'm scrolling, but there you go. 1450 plus the standard shipping. Um, I'm gonna try to figure out how to. Oh, it went up again. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do the net and all that, and have that show up in the same screen. But for the most part, what I try to do was make sure like the full name doesn't show. Like the left side of here on this cutoff partial would have their information, and I don't know how people would feel knowing that some non-YouTuber is showing off their stuff. This one I had forever. I got it from the bins like maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. I just kind of left it on inventory because it always had a free update, and I was just stubborn. I probably could have sold it earlier. This is one of those shirts that I should have just accepted the earlier offers from like earlier in the year because I'm pretty sure someone offered me 15 for it at one point, and I held off because of my arbitrary $20 price point that I wanted to get or something like that. I know I was like being stubborn, and it's funny because it's a price that I set myself. I mean, I wasn't beholden to anyone, and if this was Bins San Diego, probably less than a 6-ounce shirt, probably less than 50 cents at the price I was getting it. I only know that it was because every time I went, I was spending around $50, and I forgot how they had it set up. There was two bins, one that's like a 20-pound bin, one that's a 25-pound bin, and I forgot how I did it, but I always try to get the best bang for the buck, even on that end, because it all adds up. So yeah, $5 on that one basically, and the shipping was hopefully not too much more. They've all been, for the most part, below $5. A couple times I get a random address in Oklahoma or something like that. That I guess it's in the boonies and it costs $6.60, but usually it's not a thing that I make it up for, and that's why everything has like $5.95. For the most part, I'm making a lot of money off the shipping being a static price. So thanks to Matt and I think Yumbo for the recommendations there. Next sold was a Victoria's Secret, another bin shirt. Another one that I had forever, either kicking around in my car in a bin or sitting in a box waiting to be listed. I finally got around to listing it, and it wasn't up too long, I don't think. Maybe a couple of months. It's got the bamboo backing, but I think I photographed that fairly recently. I may be mistaken and thinking it was another one. No, April 4th. Yeah, it's got to be. Unless I'm thinking of another one. There's also the Mean Girls one. On Wednesdays we wear pink or whatever. But yeah, $5. An offer down from $6.68. I'm glad it sold. It's something. These Levi's Premium Flex. I should have double checked, make sure they didn't have an XX. Maybe I did before because they sold so fast. These I got at the Father Joe's about 2 weeks ago. They were $4. I'll look at any of the jeans that are discounted, and usually people swing by in the mornings and they grab if green's discounted half off or the steepest discount 75%. Usually people just go through and just grab the whole thing. I happened to be in the area after the post office, popped over there, got a lot of t-shirts, and got these jeans, and those were the first to sell. I also got a pair of shoes and hope them sell soon. Thank you, Monster Energy Drink, for giving me an energy boost. Been trying to kick coffee, and what do? I go to a worse thing. Scrolled up again. Just ignore that. They're nice people. So next up is a vintage Dean Guitars shirt. Let's see if I got a better picture. That's the Lofties. I looked up a couple videos, and it looks like they could be as early as like mid-90s with some of these tags. So that's kind of cool. It felt good heavier weight. It was a t-shirt cut off. Definitely gave roadie vibes. I was fine with not getting 30. Someone's got it up for 75, but all the ones that have actually been selling have been around 20, give or take $10. But yeah, that sold within the month, and I should have listed it sooner, but I've been trying to be very cautious about bed bugs, and I've been pre-bagging stuff, sticking it in the car, blasting the heat, getting out of the car, leaving it there for a day or two, while spraying the outside and inside with vinegar. Then I bring it out to the front porch, give it another day. It's really bad for productivity, but I got roommates and I just can't risk, dealing with the buggos, and I keep on accidentally scrolling up, scroll on up. I think I've been doing really well since switching over to free return shipping. If people want to make a return, they're going to make a return anyway. The only bummer is recently someone returned this tie. And apologies if the lighting isn't the best. I listed it as purple, blue, and in the description added pink. Um, this iridescent tie, and I wrote it in as iridescent. I labeled it. It's got pink in the flowers there. It got returned because the description was off because this is like red on the inside, but the effect is like this periwinkle, this purple, and it looks like this in the photos. It looks like this in the photos. The return was not fitting description, and then they sent a really blasted out, overblown photo outside, kind of similar to that photo I took of that shirt that was on the map, where this is like really washed out, and they returned it, which is fine. If you didn't like the thing, it's fine, but just be honest about it, because I'm paying for shipping either way. I just don't want to have my store negatively affected. I was thinking of doing an eBay chat and not doing a report on the buyer, just to be like, hey, I want to do things right by you. Also, I was disappointed earlier that this cutter buck didn't sell for more. We used to sell these all the time for $29, 19 to 29 at the consignment store, 15 on sale or whatever. So I was bummed for the low price, but again, this is from the $2 rack, so I doubled it when I sold it for $4, plus made $1.50 ish before eBay takes their percentage. But close my eyes and be like, whatever, thank you. So yeah, these jeans, ADD, $22. Did I go from the Dean to the jeans? $22 for this, and the Dean sold for 15 plus shipping. This is gonna be me, guys. Hopefully it's not too bad. This one I'm really proud of. I really wish it could have sold for the full price, but oh well. It's something I think I'm gonna do because I can keep on finding these Lacoste shirts and these what's another one? Ralph Lauren shirts for a very low amount because they don't have a high resale value. So I just have fun and shibori them. This is back a couple years old when I was doing it with my friend who since disappeared from the face of the earth. But we just fold it along these ridges basically, and then just press it down where it's pressed down and sandwiches where the ink is going to take longer to either, in this case, bleach out. The outside gets bleached, that's visible, and then we go through and dye it. So you can see where it was folded from top to bottom, folded in half. And yeah, the original color is right there on the sleeves. You can kind of see where like the bleaching or whatever kind of, I think this is called a reverse dye, where the bleaching or whatever kind of like concentrated the colors, where it faded out some of the colors. The blue took in around the collar, faded that out. But yeah, this was fun. Max and I had a lot of fun doing a bunch of these. But anyway, I think that's the technique. The more I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if like this was white first, but I don't think it was white first at all. It's been a long time since we made these, and I've smoked definitely a couple of joints since then. But yeah, it sold for $19.88, which is fine. Again, if it's not that slow of a or not that hard of a technique. I just have to come up with a cool fold that I can replicate somewhere easily. If the patterns work or something like that, then all day I can see myself buying these shirts for $2 to $4, and $4 might be cutting it. For $2-ish, doing this to them, I'm gonna have more dyes come in, and then overnight they should be done dyeing. Another day drying, steam. If I use not sodium precarbonate, but there's something else. Something soda, a type of soda that sets the colors in. I should be pretty good. We used to do vinegar and then dries and washes, but apparently the vinegar is not the biggest deal. I've been talking for 14 minutes. I'm sorry. I wanted to do a quick video. told myself I wasn't going to treat myself with dinner until I did this because I've been pushing off, pushing off, pushing off. I was sick for a while. I kept on coming up with excuses. Didn't like my voice. Sinus infection. Kept on deleting videos. Anyway, next up, these vintage Banana Republic. I really wish I could have sold these for more, but I've had these for literal years in boxes just crammed up with a bunch of other pants that I've had for way too long. They're not mine. They're not going to fit me. I want them to go to a good home, and hopefully they're fine with them having an insane amount of cat hair. I did remove a bunch of this dog hair. Actually, this was exposed back when I only had the dog and the cat, so never mind. It's both. Yeah, I'm just happy they go to a good home. I think a guy did 18, which is fine. They offered me 15. I said 19. They like split the difference. I would have said no. I would have said no and held strong stubbornly because I was just feeling feisty, you know. But someone sent me an offer for 220 on this shirt. I have three more, same size. Uh, Three of them got to get treated. Will get treated. The other one's on the store somewhere. But that ended up selling for the offer of 220, which I'm really stoked for. The notification said 296, so I'm thinking eBay accidentally sent me the price they paid because it said something about sending it to Japan, or at least the guy's account was in Japan. I'm shipping it to some distribution center or some weird address through their eBay thing here, so it's fine there. I almost sent him the wrong one, the green one too, because I grabbed the wrong box. It said Arnie's of Paris, and second guessed myself, and thank God I did. Always follow your gut instinct. For those that don't recognize the brand Arnie's of Paris, let's see if I have a close up of the logo right there. There's a bunch of custom shirt makers. I think the guy did mostly bigger guys. They're no longer around. A lot of their stuff is pretty high end and well made. And yeah, I held strong. I had it originally. I don't know if it says, yeah. I had it originally at 600. I priced it just really high because I knew at the consignment shop we priced it to 200 to 300, and I figured I have enough other inventory. I have enough of the free uploads. I think I'd rather be stubborn and sell these for a higher price than post these for 50 and then find out later that I kind of missed out on some good pieces. It's not the smartest move because I definitely need the money, and I'm like barely on this like recovery, an upward swing right now. I'm very happy this sold. I hope the guy makes me an offer on the other one for the same price or someone similar, and I'm gonna put the other three up. The other one's like a vibrant like lime 90s neon-y, not neon, but like lime linen. It's nice. This was XL silk. Oh my god, I just had a moment thinking that I put double XL. I put the measurements, so it's all there. All there. I did it again. Alright. I don't want to do editing. So yeah, that helped me realize that I've just got to sell this for whatever price, and this for whatever price, and this for whatever comes, because it doesn't matter. It'll all add up, and it's better to get volume. It's just really nice to get this $220 cushion. This is another one from the bins from a long time ago. I liked it. I kept it just because it's cool art. I've seen this since. This exact one on a t-shirt fairly recently, so I don't know who the artist is or what, but it finally sold. Again, another offer for 605 from 7 set. It wasn't even, it was a fine. I think it was a 40 cent actually. It was like a surprising, like, oh, this is all your, don't be ashamed, you can offer it. I think she gave me the 5 cents to make up for the 95 in my shipping, which is very sweet of them. And then there's the last one of the list, another one that came in today, post Arnie shirt that I was just happy to sell, accept their offer, barely $3 down from the price, so I got it for 12, or sold it off for 12. This is from the same period where I got the African Alliance stuff, and this cost me $2 or $3. I don't know if they do collared shirts for 3, but not bad. Selling it for 3 to 4 times over. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I went way longer than I thought, and I apologize, but thank you for sticking around and checking out some stuff. I'm going to do a video of the things I got in. I got some local boogeyman and some cool stuff a couple days ago. problem is, right before I did the video, I was cleaning up my room and setting up some stuff and organizing and whatnot, making some room, and I sliced my finger. So I'm not gonna do any reveals until tomorrow because I'm gonna wait for this thing to heal, get some food, treat myself. Be well. Have a good one. Thank you for checking out this stuff. Hope your thrifting and vending is going well. Hope you're finding some good stuff. I've been finding some really cool people, by the way. I had really quick story. I had two instances when I went out with our buddy Mick, and it was just I was getting sandwiched by two guys that were kind of like shoving shit and just kind of their energy was like, "Hey, I'm a thrift boss" kind of energy. And one guy just throwing shirts over his sleeve, and I was just kind of more casual, looking them up as I was standing in front of them. So I was, thinking about getting out of their way, and I did a couple times. And then one of the guys just obviously singled me out, and he's like, "Hey, you doing band stuff?" And he just showed me all these cool T-shirts. One was a "Don't Be the Menace to Society" T-shirt, but it said "Ferris Bueller Stay Off" and all that, that common thing where they misrepresent what's going on. I thought it was so funny. And he showed me a bunch of shirts, gave me a bunch of Pap shirts, and then showed me. I will show, I guess, one of the shirts, just because I've been teasing about it so long. I got a bunch of these. I wasn't familiar with them, and I'll turn off the NVIDIA blur that I forgot was on. But they're local Boogeyman T-shirts, and a few of them had the Rob Zombie actress or Rob Zombie's wife, and it's got all this cool stuff, prints from the from different movies and whatnot, and they're all single stitched. And yeah, after the dude left, because he was buying for himself and then maybe trying to resell a few, he mentioned, so he wasn't too crazy about it. After he left, I went through and I picked out the other 10 or 15. They were all at $10 a piece for the most part, except a couple of them were discounted or mispriced because they were $3 and $4, and it brought my price down. And I bought a bunch of $2 tees, so I'm excited to show you guys that. I think you can tell the monster is not gonna slow me down or wear off anytime soon. So I got to get some grub in me to help bring that down, this energy. But I am excited to hopefully do videos a little more regularly. I get in my head too much and I keep on editing things till they don't come out or deleting things because I'm like, no one's gonna give a shit. But yeah, hopefully you guys give a shit or two. I give a shit about you, kinda, for the most part. I think I showed everything, clicked everything, and I'm just gonna hit this button and hope that it captured. Be well, have a good one. Thanks, Matt. Love you, bud.